going on, YouTube? Today we're back and we're going to be starting to wet sand the car and get it ready to buff it. Now this process is probably going to take a little while because, as you can see, I had some runs there. I already scraped the top of them. The door is pretty good. This door is good. This quarter is pretty good. And there's another run on the other side. So I have this mess right here and then one on the other side that is on the wheel well lip. But what we're gonna do is I have a hook and loop pad for my DA here. I have maybe a 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch foam pad that can go on there. Some 600, 800. The 600 is a little aggressive, but we're only going to use it on the runs over here. So we'll quickly do 600, hit it with 800, and then we'll go into, I have 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, and 5,000. So I even have some paper on sheets here in my block to get it started. I'll have some links in the description if you're looking for any of that stuff. But the paint came out pretty good. What I'm gonna do is worry about the runs right now. Actually, I just seen this a little messed up. Worried about the runs right now. It's even on the door. Sand those out. And then we'll come in and we'll probably start at 1,000 on everything and then just keep on working our way up. Yeah, see, I'm recording the door. I'm gonna sand it. You want to check it out? Whoop.
Take it out.
You want to check it out?
Open that.
Wait, we're not gonna open the door. I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do.
Wet.
It's wet. Whoop. Whoop, sorry. I'm sorry. So I gotta get it wet like that. Here, come here. And I gotta sand it like this.
I found it.
I would like to let you, but
I found
You
it.
can help sand Daddy's clock with Mommy over here.
here you go.
Come on, honey, you're so dirty. Good job.
Oops. Did I hurt your finger? Let's scratch your finger.
I did.
Here, put your hand.
I cleaned it.
Good job.
Like
Your hands are kind of dirty. Hold on, let me rinse your hands
Come on, honey.
off.
Yeah, I'm afraid she's filthy.
You are filthy. I'm sorry, baby. You can't sand right now. You
Come
got too
on,
much
honey, we
sand
gotta
on
clean
you.
up. We're gonna go clean up for dinner. Come on. And then,
Here you go, Mama.
yep.
I'll be in a little bit, baby. I love you. All right, so after having it all sand down, wet sanded to 5,000, and we're happy with it, we're gonna start buffing all the edges and the hard to reach spots, because with the big buffer, you're not gonna be able to get in here. So I have a 3-inch buffer and also around the door frame here. And I was experimenting with it a little bit, and this is what I was able to do. As you can see, buffed, not buffed, and you know, the reflection is pretty good. So these are the pads after I used them a little bit. And I mean, you've seen what I did. They got a little tore up, but they're not too bad. This blue one's a little too light. It might be good for wax or something like that. So I've been using the rough compound, medium compound, and the finishing compound for all the panels. And then around the windows, this has been the best to use. You know, all of these are pretty good, and this one's like hard, second, third, fourth. So they're a little bit different stiffness. These are the same, but they don't have a blue version of this one. And the kit comes with, I don't know, 4 of them or something for $20, so it's not really that bad of a deal. Now these compounds are like the original compounds, or I guess like the industry standard compounds. If you see, they're labeled 1, 2, and 3. And this one would be like the hardest compound, the middle compound, and then the finishing compound. And again, you can buy these on Amazon or your automotive supply place, and I feel like this might be, you know, maybe the best for it. After I just ran the first compound, it basically felt like it was done. And if you look here with the flashlight, there's still some scratches, but I haven't even finished. This is just with one. So once I get a little bit more, you know, compound on there and buff it, it should go all the way. So I'm going to use the 36060 rubbing compound with a cutting pad on here. Again, we're just doing the edges. coming back in with the flat, I'm still gonna go and hit it again with the same compound. So after the first compound, you can see the shine really coming alive. It's shiny. And then it gets dull. Actually, it don't look that bad, but it is dull up there. This one's gonna be 06094, and I'm gonna be using the yellow pad, like the medium cutting pad. This one's a machine polish. When it comes to buffing the edge and it's spinning this way, I'm putting a little bit of pressure on this side so that it's spinning off and not coming back on, hitting into it that way. That's why we're not getting any burns or anything like that. Plus, I'm not putting a crazy amount of pressure on it. So let's see. You can definitely read the bottle in there. Now I got the black one on there, and I have ultrafine machine polish 06068. Load it up a little bit because it's dry. well, as you can see where we barely polished past the logo. So those are the 3 polishes. As you can see, it did an amazing job on all the corners and on the edges. All the edges are perfect. They're all buffed. All the edges. No burns. So what we'll do is we'll continue to go around the rest of the car. Pad 1, pad 2, pad 3, all around on all the edges. And then we'll come back in with a full-size buffer and get the middles. All right, so this part, I'm gonna still keep on using the 3 different compounds here, but now I'm gonna use the 7-inch Bauer dual action buffer. The pads I got are a little bit bigger, but it's working out okay. The kit I came with 5 of these different thicknesses or hardnesses. And as you can see, that red one is the hardest one. Orange medium, blue light, green soft, and black is final. So what I've been doing is for this one and the red one, I've been using number 1, these number 2, and then that one number 3. This kit with these foam pads actually came with some of these nap style buffing pads too, and I washed them all together and it left lint, but there's only a little bit on there, so it should be okay. Like, I've used it and I haven't noticed anything, you know, bad about it, but I wish there was no lint on it. So if you get this kit, make sure you wash those separate. I don't know what I was thinking, but it really stuck to this one, and there's still a little bit here. My mistake. And then we got some microfibers. So I already did this fender here. You can see it did pretty well. I mean, we're inside, so it's hard to actually say, but once I get this out in the light, we'll be able to see, but I feel like it's pretty shiny. And that's what I have. you know, after we did the edges. This is what I got left in the middle, so it doesn't really take that long. Just swapping up the pads, really. So what I'll do is I'll just time lapse it. Actually, I might just clean off this trunk. I'll do it real time on the trunk, and then I'll time lapse the rest of it so you can see. Okay, so I buffed the trunk because I thought I hit the button to record it, but I guess I didn't. So anyway, the trunk has been done with the first pad on the first compound, and as you can see, it's got a pretty good shine. You know, all the dark edges and stuff, there's no scratches or anything in there. If you just look at the reflection, you can see no scratches really. So these rest of this buffing is gonna be kind of cakewalk. So I'm just gonna push time lapse, hopefully. So this is the result after buffing it with compound 1, 2, and 3. I mean, in here at night under these lights, it looks pretty amazing. My wife seems to think it looks like a black chrome, but it's pretty damn shiny. I just can't wait to get it outside and see what it, you know, really looks like in the sun. When I shine a light on it, it doesn't look really swirly or scratched, so I think we got it pretty damn good. I was going for a mirror finish, and I think the way I buffed it and the way I sanded it and that 3M compound, it really did put a mirror finish on it. Now this is the first time taking it outside, and it's a little dirty from dust and stuff, but if you look at it, it looks pretty good. There's a tiny bit of hazing still, or not hazing, but maybe a little bit of swirl marks. Very, very light, which we only buffed it, so I still got another polish, a wax, and then another coating to put on top of it, the ceramic coating. So there's still going to be 3 more things that go on top of it. So I think within the next 1 or 2 steps, it'll be 100% perfect and it be shiny, you know, forever. So the next steps are going to be to put the chrome back on it, the aluminum trim, put new weather stripping, new rubber on basically everything. I also have a surprise piece that's going to be going on it here in the next couple weeks, hopefully, once it gets here. And then we got to do the hydraulic install. I got chrome A-arms and trim and randomness, so it's still a ways to go. Keep checking back. Hit that like and subscribe.